Okay. Yeah, party of one. Let's go. Cool. I will send out a message. I just gotta figure out how to do that. Share, here we go. Hey, we got a couple of viewers. Maybe. Yeah, let me know if it looks okay or it sounds okay in the chat. Says we got one person. Feel free to say hi. Okay. Just letting a couple people know that I'm streaming. Okie dokes, man. Okie dokes. Okay. Okay. So hopefully you can kind of see the little cam I got down here. It's kind of crappy. Restart that. Okay. I don't even remember what I was doing last on this thing. But yeah, you can see I kind of have a little tiny screen. And it's going to be a little tiny robot. And I'm just going to work on this. Okay, what was my last to do? Okay, yeah, so I was working on this double blinking issue. I wanted to have it double blink. You can see every once in a while the yeah, like just like that, the face blinks, and I had it set up before, so sometimes it could double blink because like with real people, sometimes you blink twice. So I wanted to do that, but I am reformatting this to be I was using millis now. I was just using delays before because now I kind of changed up this whole setup. So, but it was kind of broken once I tried doing that. I'm gonna put this out on my Instagram too. Yeah, I'm just gonna pull a calling card, get everyone on here if I can. I'm probably not gonna be streaming very long anyways. That's okay. Link. Come on. Okay, there we go. Cool. And real quick, actually, we had So I had a new comment I wanted to respond to in my latest video. Notifications. I'm just gonna go to studio. So I'm not gonna show the studio in here, although I'm sure it'd be fine. Let's take a look. Birth process doesn't happen. I don't want to. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Cool. Okay, so we're gonna work on this then. Okay, I got the D-pad going still. And I gotta make sure. Okay. Yeah, so I just have the D-pad. So basically I changed this. So, well, the whole idea of this is that it's like a little robot guy. It's eventually going to be like a little robot like a big, and its face is going to be the screen you can see in this lower camera. And I'm going to have a D-pad. Right now it's just 4 buttons, as you can see, but eventually they'll be arranged like a D-pad, like on a DS or a like a Switch, or like any controller, like that. I guess it's going to be more like these buttons here, but it'll act more like the D-pad, as you'll be able to like navigate through menus and things like that. Try not to hit my microphone. So yeah, so we'll be able to navigate through that, and I want you to be able to play like little games on it. Like I'm gonna have like whack-a-mole, so there'll be like a little mole that can move across the screen, and you gotta hit it. And I'd like to do snake if I can. Hopefully I can do snake. I gotta figure out a program that first, but that's okay. We'll figure that out. What is this metric? Sorry, I also have things on the side I'm looking at. Okay. Alright. Cool. Okay, so for that D-pad to work, I want to be able to access the D-pad, or be able to like use the D-pad no matter like what sub menu or subsystem you're part of. So I have it so that everything gets based out of the main Arduino loop, which is what you normally do. So at the beginning of every loop, we read the D-pad, and all that does, we just have the 4 buttons, and this is just debugging really, where we just print the console. But so otherwise we just update this data, and these are global variables. Oops. So we can access those anywhere. So that's the first thing we do every loop. And then eventually we'll have like a menu type system that we can scroll through. But otherwise, for now, I just have this thing called happy blinking, where you can see it's kind of like a little happy face, and he blinks. So I also have this Boolean switch for is idle. So my idea was that if it's like in an idle state per se, the idle will be him making faces. It will be an angry face, probably just a happy face, just like that. And so if we're idle, we're going to be doing happy blinking. And this happy blinking is this function here. And then again, all it does is it just kind of goes through this little blink face that he's making. And it looks more complicated than it really is, because I have to deal with millis. There's one thing that's always got to think about with Arduino, is that it's technically always looping, in some sort of fashion. It's not very linear, like a normal Python or C program. You may just start it and then it runs top to bottom. But with an Arduino, it's if it's on, and it's always trying to run something. So there's always something in a loop, or even if you pass it to a function, that function has to loop, or it's going to come back. So a little bit more of a design challenge to make sure you can always press the buttons and then be able to switch between things. So I just have is idle. So in here I have it set up. There was like a waiting system. Well, before even that, we just check to see if any button has been pushed, because technically this function happy blinking gets called like every loop. So first we read the values, and then if we are still idle, we do a happy blink. So in here, we check to see if the button's been pressed, and then we check to see if we're waiting to blink again, because I want the blinking to be random, because it's not as interesting if you just blink every 5 seconds or like every 10 seconds. So I have it set to, so every 4 to 7 seconds he blinks. So what did I say here? So if we're not currently waiting for a blink, we get a random seed, we do a random between 4 and 7, convert that to milliseconds, and then we say, okay, we're waiting. So waiting's true, and then we kind of start a clock. We start the millisecond timer. So we do that first, because theoretically this would come after you blink. So else we do we do else, and we just check to see if the current time is greater than this timer we started and whatever random that we started. So that random was up here. Add a declare. I think, I'll set to declare this all up here. Again, so it feels a little backwards from normal programming. So again, this is looping every time. This is also in a while. I should probably change this. I gotta figure that out. It gets kind of confusing with that, but yeah, so I'll probably expand upon that. And I had it so that it could double blink, but trying to do like millis within millis inside a loop, it would work like once or twice, and then it would get stuck on just one face. So we'll see if we end up doing that. But we'll see. I'm going to check out those posts that I made to see if anybody else is joining. Okay, well, only a few people have seen them so far, so that's fair. Okay. Cool. I mean, I'm not really expecting anyone to show up. That's okay. I'm gonna check. Nope, that's gonna get feedback. I'm gonna just got the stream open on another window just to see if this quality looks okay. It looks okay-ish. Let's see if I can Does that not actually zoom in? It's kind of big. We'll do that. And I'm just gonna wait for the stream to catch up. Sorry, I'm waiting for the stream to catch up to see if I actually like how it looks. Yeah, that looks better. Okay. Okay. Okie dokie. Okay, I'm probably gonna forget to unzoom this later and it's gonna annoy me. But that's okay. That's okay. Okay. Do we have 2 people? 1 viewer? If you're here, come say hi. Just say something. I'm just hanging out. Can I move the chat window? It's kind of annoying. Pop out chat. It doesn't really work. That's okay, I suppose. Okay. Real quick, I'm gonna text my buddy to get up on this. And of course, my clipboard isn't working anymore. Do you hate that when you paste something and then it just disappears? iPhone specifically, although I'm sure that happens on others too. Our other person left. That's okay. Now I gotta go copy this again. Sure, copy link. Copy pasta. Okay. Cool. Okay. We've got, so far, we've gotten 4 views. I'm chilling with that. Hey, I'm satisfied with that, low-key. Sounds good to me. Let me check out YouTube Studio. Nice. I'm looking at the views for my other most recent video. Got some more recently, which is nice. What was I about to look at? I was definitely about to look at something and I can't remember. I remember now. Okay. 1 sec. Okay, we could try to actually do some programming now. Okay, I don't really want to work on the face anymore, because to be honest, it kind of annoys me. I kind of want to work on a menu system, perhaps. I have a small thing for a welcome screen, and I also have it right now set to, if you press a button during the happy face, it just brings this up temporarily. Let's see if I can. Oh, it's gonna be a pain. I can't really see if that's focusing or not, but it basically just says like hi. Okay. Yeah, so right now that comes up. If you press the button, I'm just resetting it, and that. It's also not going to look like it now, but when you first start it up, it also shows that. So if I reset it again, you can see that screen comes up if you reset it. Very cool. So I kind of want to make another menu thing like that. I just gotta figure out how. Oops. I like the idea of having the rounded box. So maybe we'll do that. So here, I'm just gonna make a new one, and we'll just call it menu. Oops. Got all these things in my way. That doesn't go there. Okay. So I'm gonna copy parts of this. I'm gonna steal that, put that in there, and I kinda only want this. So this will give us the round rectangle that we had before. And then you kind of just need these to set the text color and text size. I'm kind of going slow because I'm thinking about how ideally, if possible, when you move through the menu, if I could highlight which one I'm selected on. And I'm trying to think how you could do that. I'll probably have to look up the library for this, but I know there's things you can do with the text. I might just be able to say, like, text color inverse. So you can kind of just select the other one. What I'm going to do now for the moment, so we can test this, instead of welcome here when we press a button, we're going to bring it to the menu. So we'll do menu there. Yeah, we'll do that. I'm going to upload it. And you can see I'm already freaking running out of memory, and there's not even that much done yet. Although recently I did get I'm trying to show it over in the camera. Here, I'll show it in this camera. These like Seed Studio Micros. What are they called? I think it's the Seed Studio RP2040. So technically it's like the Raspberry Pi one. Or like, you know how they made like the Pi Pico? It's like that. We can also do Arduino on it. Thanks to my homie for getting these for me. I think these have like double the memory of like the Arduino Uno. So, and they're tiny. So ideally, is it'll have this and like the screen on top of it. And then like the buttons, maybe this go below, then buttons and screen like that. So this will be the brains. And I think this, even though this is smaller, it has more memory than the Uno, which is kind of funny, but that's the goal and the idea. Okay, yeah, also that uploaded. So if I press the button, you can see it's kind of a little rectangle now. Probably also can't see it very well, but it's like a rounded corner rectangle. It kind of reminds me of the like in the DS Pokemon games, the text boxes. It kind of reminds me of that, which is why I kept it like that. Even though it takes up a little bit more room, it's not a very big screen. I think it's a 128 by 64. I think it might actually be a by 32. But I'm telling the program it's a 64, so I don't know. It's been working out so far. Let me just pull something up. I'm definitely not just going to pull up my own live stream on my other phone just so I can see how it looks. I kind of want to see how it looks on my phone. Oh yeah, it actually looks pretty good. You can see the... Okay, nice. Can we get some live stream inception? If I say anything. I kind of want to see how it looks on my phone. Okay, that'd be fun later. Okay. Okay, it looks like it's working though, which is nice. Let me check another thing. Blah, blah, blah. How long have we been streaming? 25 minutes. It feels like it's been forever. I know it has not been forever. In fact, it's been 25 minutes. That's okay. Okay, so we got this menu. Okay, so now we call the menu. And then inside the menu, I guess we'll set it up like the idea that we have games in there, even though we don't currently have them yet. We might as well do that. Well, we can have a clock on it. I think on the options maybe like just go back to the face or choose a game. Yeah, we'll try doing that. So I'm gonna kind of set this, and we'll start with just the like the go back to face, or like I don't know what I want to call it. I don't want to say like go back to my face, because he might not always be in like in a that might not have been like where you came back from, you know. So what should I say here? So it takes me forever to program anything because it's been way too long on like the parts that don't matter. Jeez. Let me move my keyboard over too. I want to say my face for now, because I can't think of anything better else to say. We're also going to have to move the cursor. So actually I'm going to group these two together. I'm going to get rid of that comment. We don't need that. I also don't know why it's so far away. Get rid of that. And from the other one that I did, I know that this spacing is okay. Probably delete these spaces, like these spaces later. Okay, this one was a bigger jump, so 10 pixels should be okay. So we'll say that. I could potentially make a second menu actually for like a game menu, but I don't think I'm gonna have that much on there. So we'll just have a game. So we'll say whack-a-mole. Whack-a-mole. Like that. And you know, let's just see how that looks. We'll just check that out. Okay. So press. Okay. I have to go look at it. I can't. It's too far away. I don't know if I like that. It's kind of goofy looking. Wonder if I can zoom this camera in. How to zoom. Oh, there's gotta be a way to zoom it. Transform? No, it's like actual transforming stuff. I literally saw how to do this earlier. I already lost it. Which one is this? This is this camera. Under properties. Yeah, okay. Whoa. Oh, the zoom is 1 and 2. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna use my good friend Google. Zoom webcam. Why do they? All these like other, like, all these websites for like other programs for like streaming come up, and then they talk about OBS inside of it, which is so weird. Okay. This one's talking about virtual camera, which is. Oh, they're like using Zoom. Okay, this guy's like using Zoom to do it. I don't care about Zoom. I just need to. I literally just want to zoom in this. I thought you could like zoom it. Maybe not. Yeah, okay. I don't think you actually can. I think you just have to do it like that annoying way. So we're going to zoom this way. And it gets real close. So we're going to try to move it. Well, that looks worse because it's not really in focus. Damn it. I mean, to be fair, I don't even know if it's in focus on here. Okay. Well, it looks like we're not doing that. Never mind. And yeah, I can't really get it to go any bigger, but basically, it the spacing looks dumb. That's the best way to put it. What I'm actually thinking is that on top of that, even more, I'll probably have like a little menu title on top. So yeah, I think I want to have like the word menu, because otherwise it's not exactly clear where it is. So we're just gonna say menu, and I want it like in the middle. Oh, but if I do the middle pixel, it's actually gonna put it in the middle and not center it. And what I mean by that is like it's not gonna be center text. It'll be like the word starts here, oops, and then like that, which is kind of annoying. Yikes. Okay. Well, I'm also gonna have to move these down now. I want that to be like that, and I actually want that to be like 24 pixels now. And okay, so it's 128 across. So is that 64? I know technically in the middle is 64, but I want to see what 60 looks like. And instead of 10, be like 8. I have a feeling it's not gonna look very good, but we'll see. Let's see how it goes. And we're increasing our bytes. Like every little string you put in here takes up like so much memory, in my opinion, anyways. Well, I mean, I guess a string is kind of like a set. Well, I don't know how they do it, or do we know? I'm assuming they do it the same way C++ does it, which I think there's like a default string variable size. But you know, within the string, like a library or class, they probably have a like a heap thing to increase the size. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Okay. How does that look? It looks kind of bad. It doesn't, yeah, it's so, I was right. Like, it's not really in the middle. Yeah, you know, maybe I should, instead of having it centered, I'll have it like in the same position and then put like an underline. Yeah, I think putting like a line underneath it might look kind of good. I could move it up a couple more pixels though. Benjamin Plazik, wow. Thank you for your wow, sir. I'm honored. There you go. In the chat. I used a comma instead of a period, my bad. You get the idea. What was I doing? Okay. This is supposed to be 6. And then I want menu, and then I want a line. What's the line? Yeah, draw a line. I think x0 would be 5 still. y0. Set to 6, so we'll try 7 for like the underline. Oh, then this must be how far it goes. How far? I don't know how many pixels the word menu is. We'll try, 5 to 10. We'll try 15. Let's see how that goes. And then y1. Well, I want it to, oh, because you can make it diagonal, I guess. So we'd have to make it 7, I think. And then we need like this color code. Like that. Invalid syntax. You're an invalid syntax. Get syntaxed on. Haha. Thanks, Ben P, my biggest supporter. Okay, let's run that. I'm assuming it's gonna look like garbage still, but that's okay. Still at 58%. Okay. Wait for that to go. Click that. Plot twist, it looks really bad. So it looks like the line got kind of drawn like on top of it. Can I make this bigger? 1 sec. Okay, zooming the webcam looks bad. So, I kind of have to lean into it. Hang on. Okay, yeah, so this, it drew the line. I don't know why I was thinking that it would go, like, underneath it. It, like, kind of, yeah, okay. We have to fix that. So, first of all, menu can go even higher up. So, we're going to put that at 4. And then we'll print that. And then the line, I want it to start at 5. I don't know how tall it is. It's like maybe 4 pixels. So I'm going to try 5. Wait. I said... it's so confusing. It's at 7. Well, I'm just going to, like, for ha-has, put that at 10. So I'm going to make this line longer because it's really short. Ben P. Yeah, it's hard to see the actual screen. Yeah, this webcam I'm using is kind of trash. I'm actually using my work webcam for, like, my face. And then, like, a garbage webcam I have for the screen. I don't think I can really make it any better, unfortunately. This webcam kind of just sucks. Hashtag you get the idea. Hopefully. Okay, I changed that. Let's upload it. Okay. At least you can kind of see the face when the faces come up, because the face is big enough. Wait, that to go through. Yeah, so the words you can't really see, but the face you can kind of see, right? Kind of. Here, propped up like that might be a little better. But yeah, the exposure is kind of bad. Let me see if I can. Whoops. This one, properties. Can I change the exposure? Trying to exchange the exposure. Oh, that might be better. Yo, Ben P, let me know if this looks better. You probably still can't read the words, but you might be able to see that. Okay, and I messed up my line. The little line that I drew. What did I mess up? Oh, is it not going to tell me the... No, okay. This one was X1. I think this needs to be a 10. We'll try that again. Let me try that again. Let me check the online thingy. Okay, let me check this one. Not much better. Drats. If you change the exposure, you can actually see the draw lines on it, which is kind of cool. Yeah. Let's set it back to auto. Sorry. Maybe next time I can switch the cameras. I use the one for my face. Use the one for the Arduino, or something like that. Okay, let's see this new one. Okay, so the menu, it's like almost there. Oh, you can see a little bit better? Okay. Let me put the exposure back. Okay, that one should be back to that exposure. Okay, and so this menu, the menu is like almost okay. It needs to be down like another pixel. Okay, put it up. Okay, I'm gonna move the word menu up and keep the line in the same place. And then I think the other two might be okay. Let's try that. Yeah, I can see the exposure of the face is a little better. Oh well. You get the idea, I guess. Okay, the menu line's like almost better. I think the menu needs to go down like another pixel. This one was X, so 11. This one needs to be 11. It needs to be longer. This needs to be like 30. And we'll try that. It's one thing I don't like. You always have to like retry it like over and over again. And it takes a hot minute to upload. I think it actually uploads faster if you use the Arduino IDE, but something about using VS Code makes it slower, but VS Code's so much better. I mean, the Arduino IDE is okay and all serves its purpose, but it kind of sucks for actual code editing. Okay, the menu line is like finally okay, but these need to shift like another pixel. Okay, yeah. Make that 13. We'll make this 25. And just for ha-has, we'll make another one for Snake. Is this 24? But now my spacing's kind of weird. I don't know. We'll just have to mess with this one, I guess. I'm gonna kind of like reset this spacing. That's 13. I want to know what happens if we set this to 20 and this to 27. So each one is 7 pixels apart. And we'll make this for Snake. Snake. Let's try that. Choking on my own drink. Okay. Oh, that went down spicy. The auto scrolling got messed up. Yes, snick. Okay, it's kind of hard to see, but yeah. So they need to get spaced out more. 7 pixels is like just okay, but they need to be like 8 really. Yeah, so let's try to do it with like 8 pixels in between. Maybe that'll leave like 1 in between. So let's do like 9 actually. Right? I'm just like thinking about it. Let's try it. Let's try it. Whatever. We'll try it. Just gonna pull a stream up on my phone again just to look at it. Okay. Okay, yeah, that looks pretty good now. Let me see if I can. Yeah, kind of hard to see, but it's on there. Well, I don't use Windows 11. I just never update. I don't think I can get Windows 11, or I'd have to check my BIOS because is it TMP? I think that's what it's called. There's like this thing that your motherboard needs to be compatible with Windows. It's like a security thing because Microsoft was weird and they were like, "Oh, you need this like semi-obscure motherboard feature," and there's like chips you can buy to like put on your motherboard to like update it or like upgrade it. So I haven't really bothered. Plus, there was a bunch of problems with like different games and like software when 11 came out, so I just kind of never got around to updating it because I didn't care that much to be honest. But maybe later. Okay, did I actually? I don't remember what I just did. I still feel like they're like a little too close to each other. I'm gonna set first. I'm gonna set all these by 1. Just scooch them down. This would be 23. This would be 32. And then I'll increase it. So I'll make each one 10. Oh, I must have done the math wrong on that one. So then each one will be 10 pixels apart. We'll do that. We do that. Hey, we got 4 concurrent viewers. Yay. Good stuffs. Hey, I feel like 4 viewers for like a first stream is actually like not bad. Because I think there's like a stat on like Twitch that like 90 plus% of like streams on Twitch have like 1 or 0 viewers. I mean, it probably helps that I have like 2,000 subscribers already, but hey. That's okay. We don't need to bring that up. Okay, yeah, that looks so much better now. Again, it's not gonna focus, but the spacing's a lot better. Cool. Yay, Sean's here. Hi, Sean. Thanks, Sean. Cool. So now, theoretically, I would like to be able to like highlight these. I might have to make because these are kind of like static things, like static texts. I might have to make like an object so that I can like dynamically change it. Which would kind of suck. Well, it doesn't suck that much, but it's not my favorite. Well, first I gotta even see if I could even like make a highlight thing. I forget how you. Oh, I know there's a way to do it. I'm gonna pull up the Arduino IDE because the library example has like stuff in it. This is blindingly bright. Okay. Example recent. Oh, it's not gonna come up. Okay, great. Thanks. That's not. This one, Adafruit. 64 SPI. Close that one. It's so bright. Yeah, I gotta see if there's one for like the text. There's draw styles. Draw line. Rectangle, circle. Character. For real, they need a dark mode. Well, that's why I just use VS Code. There's like libraries for it, and it's kind of a pain to set up to make it like work correctly. But once you get it to work correctly, there's like no going back. I like hate using this one now. It's like so annoying. Although like the serial monitor doesn't work that well in VS Code, I found. So sometimes I use like both at the same time. And you still have to like manage the libraries using the Arduino IDE, but that's whatever. Okay, so for the text, this is for like scrolling. We could definitely mess with that at some point. But scrolling's what happened to the stylized one? I'll draw styles. Oh, that's not really like what I want. The only way I can think about it, you know what? I could just draw like a box. It doesn't have to be like highlighted. Or I could even draw like an arrow. Yeah, I could do something like that. So if I made like I could just make like a rectangle around each one. Yeah, we'll just draw like a little box. And I really don't like having these numbers hard-coded in there. Those magic numbers. Then Phil would be so mad at me. Phil would be yelling at me if he saw all these like hard-coded pixel values. I could make them like offsets, like global variable offsets, but I'm still moving everything around right now, so I don't know. But here, we'll try making like a box around the snake. Just trying to think of how. Yeah, okay. So, I think it's draw rectangle. Yeah, draw rect. And so the top corner needs to be like a little. I think we have it as like 5s for the words right now. So we'll start it at like 4. And the height. This one was at 34. So we'll make it like 33. And then the width. Whack-a-mole's pretty long. Yeah, whack-a-mole goes past like the halfway mark. I could either make it so that every box is the same width, or I could make it however long it needs to be because if I do these ones as offsets, like the pixel placements, and if I have them as like offsets, like y spacing offset, and then I could do like y spacing offset like times 2, and that would get you to like which one you're looking for, and then I could just reference that. Oh, but that doesn't fix the word size though. Never mind. It would work for like the y, like the height, but it wouldn't work for like the width. So we'll just have to guess the width right now. Yeah, so the whack-a-mole thing is like over 60 pixels. So we'll say it's like 70 pixels wide. And how big did we... I think it's like 9... I think the words basically end up being like 10 pixels. I don't know. We'll just try it and we'll just kind of see what happens. Whoops. Let me get the color on there. You know, we're just going to see what that looks like. I don't know. Yeah, Ben, like it gets kind of messy with the pixels because every screen is like different. Like these placements are different than the ones I use for like the welcome screen. It kind of depends like what you're trying to put there. Like it's different. Like every screen I'm gonna have is gonna have like different placements. It just makes it so annoying. So I don't know. Let's see. Oh hey, that like kind of worked. I'll try to show it. It's not gonna focus, so you can't really see the detail, but it's like almost there. Yeah, it's like hugging. It's like hugging the top and bottom of it. So we need to make it like 1 pixel bigger. So the 4 is okay. I wish I could do half pixels, but you know, obviously we can't do that. So we'll do like 32. And then we need to make it 1 bigger. Like that. We'll try that. We'll just see what happens. We're just gonna see what happens. Okay. Yeah, that one looks pretty good. It's like almost there. I think I need to move it over like to the left one. Yeah, we're gonna move it left like that. Yeah, we'll do that. I'm just trying to think ahead of like how I'm gonna get it to go around the other ones. And I think I'll start it so that when you pull up the menu, none of them are highlighted. But then like once you start like going up and down on the D-pad, then it'll show up. That might be good. Oops. One sec, I'm just looking at my phone for this stream. I'm basically just seeing how many people have seen the thing I sent out. School, okay. Okay. Okay, so uploaded that. Okay, yeah, that box looks pretty good now. Yeah, that looks good. So now I'm thinking that, like, Ben, to figure out those magic numbers and the changing placements, I could just have them, like, within just menu. Like, don't even make them, like, global variables. I feel like that could work. So, yeah, well, let's try that. Y, I want to do, like, Y offset. Yeah, I want to be, like, descriptive, because these are for, like, the words. y word offset. Oops. And right now that's at 10, right? Because 1424. This first one is kind of weird. This first one we may just need to have like word offset +4, because I can't really think of like a better way to do that. Because this first one doesn't start. Cause see, I mean, I could just shift everything down, I guess, if I don't want to. I don't really have that many menu options, so I might make it so that this is 4. Oh, but then they still wouldn't be 4 apart, or they wouldn't be 10 apart anymore, because I'd have to shift everything. Damn it. Let me, I'm going to try moving this down 1. That means I'll still have to move the line, which I think it's not going to look good. Yeah, okay, well, either way, I want it to be down, like, a little lower, but then I'll still have to figure out, like, an offset thing, unfortunately. You know, I don't know. It actually looks kind of alright. It's alright for now, anyways. Yeah, okay, fine. So that makes it easy for the offset. Well, other than the fact that these are still, like, because it's not exactly 10. Great. Might be smartest to set the 0, 0 and keep magic numbers in for the y coordinate. I'm like kind of thinking that, because the x one is easy enough because they're all the same. But I want to have like the offset, because if I want to move the box around, so display set cursor x base y base. Yeah. X base. Yeah. Yeah, that might be good. But then if the base is just 0 though, I don't know, I feel like there's not much point if your base is just gonna be 0 anyways. Because really what I want to be able to do is say like y word offset like ×2 and ×3 to like get each position. I mean, I could be convoluted and just have like first, like I could have like another one that's just like first word y offset and then just plus that ×2 and get like a stupid ass equation. I might do that. It's dumb, but I'm gonna try it. Y first offset. I really don't like doing it like this. Oh, it's gonna look so stupid. Okay, so then you could say that this one is just y first offset, right? And then for the second one, it's y first offset plus y word offset. And I'm just putting it in parentheses because the other ones are going to be multiplied, right? So then instead of 24, just in case I forget, I'm put 24 here. I want y first plus y word offset times 2. On this one's wrong. Y word offset. This feels a little goofy, but it's okay. Because then if I do it like this, I can hopefully theoretically set it up for the like the box I draw. So then this one would be times 3. Or actually, first, real quick, what are they? That was at 34. Okay. I'm just doing this so I don't forget, in case I need to like go back. So I mean, if I run it, it should theoretically look the same. Not though I could really show you, but just the idea that counts, I guess. I'm gonna have to pause for a second. Okay, yeah, it looks exactly the same. Now you're obligated to use X first. Offset. Yeah, I probably will. Or well, with the first one, there isn't like a they're all the same except for the rectangle, so I might be able to get away with that, but we'll see. And I'll actually be right back in like 5 minutes. Watch, I have this special thing. Isn't that cool? Yeah. Okay. Be right back. Welcome back, Game Theory. Okay, I'm just kidding. I just realized that might have been kind of loud. I hope that didn't, like, make anyone poo themselves. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Judoris. Me when I shout out Judoris. I don't know if you're actually here, but I saw your Snapchat, so. Looking to see if sorry, I'm being distracted, but that's okay. No? That's okay. Okay. Okay, Ben P. Let's get your X offset in here. Yeah, buddy. Okay, so we got the Y offset, and that looks okay, I believe. Yeah, looks good enough. Okay. Let's get one for X offset. X word offset. And I think this one we can just kind of plug in. I could use an X first offset just for this first one, I guess. Except, I don't know, because these ones, like, I'm not adding the, I don't know. You tell me what we should do for that one. If I'm obligated to specifically make an X first offset just for this first one. Even though it's going to be the same. Okay. I gotta say, this does look better without the numbers, though. I'm happy about that. You know what? I also kind of wonder if it would save memory if I put this in a loop and I just had like an array of strings. That's an interesting idea. Okay, and using the X first offset thing looks fine. But now I got this dumb idea in my head of making like a loop. All that stuff to add stuff. I'm only thinking of the loop because like I have like 3 positions, but I don't think that like really matters. I'm just wondering if it would like save memory, because for some reason whenever like you draw something, it always uses up like more memory. Like I have these like the faces. Do I have the bitmaps? You can actually kind of see the faces like in here. I don't know how well it comes across over the stream, but you can actually kind of see them. But so these are like some of the different faces I have, and every time you like call to draw the face, like not like when it physically calls it on the board, but like in here, every time you like say to draw the face, it like uses more memory. So I'm wondering if I should make like an object. I don't know if that would, like, if I like package it together, I don't know if it would help. You should say I should probably want a first offset. Okay, fine, we'll make a first one. Why not? What did I call it first? Yeah, okay. X first offset is also 5. Copy pasta. And we throw it into there. This is actually nice because now if I want, it should be a lot easier to move these around. Okay. So now I gotta figure out a way how to like move the cursor per se. Like this box. How to move box.exe. I didn't respond. That's okay. Okay. Okay, brain fart for a second. Okay. So we have, these are 3. And then luckily the rectangle only takes like 1 line, which is nice. Only problem is that we have all these numbers in here, which are really annoying. And I could make more like values for those, but Ben P must exit in 5 minutes. Oh no. That's okay. Thanks for coming along, buddy. You're boosting my numbers. The algorithm now submits to Ben P's watch hours. Thank you. So for the rectangle, I think the length, the height, and the starting position are all good. It's only like the Y. So like these 3 numbers are good. It's just this one I have to change actually. Now that I think about it, like, right? Because this was, oh, you know what? I could just take whatever these numbers end up being, like this calculation, and just subtract it by 2. Because that's, I think all I did. Was it by 2? I thought I only did this by 1. Yeah, I could probably do that. So here, if I take this, well, first I'm just gonna say that this one was, I'm just gonna copy this in case I like really mess it up. And we're gonna take this, copy pasta. Is that right? Okay, yeah. So we want to say, let's try getting the number 2 one, and then we also subtract it by 2. So here, if we have, it's kind of hard to see the box on the screens around the 3rd one. So theoretically, this should now give us the 2nd one. And if we can just do this for the box, that's actually gonna like be so nice. Because then I wouldn't even have to make an object. I could probably just keep like an array to just keep track of like, or not even an array. I could just use like an integer and just keep like track of which one I'm pointing to. Like just 1 through 3 or 0 through 3 because I have 3 options. Yeah, that worked. That worked like really well actually. Cool. So we're gonna do this then, because that actually worked pretty nice. But now we need an offset for the box because the box has one. I'm gonna separate this though. You know, I could probably put that whole equation in here actually. That might be good actually. So constant y box offset. And oh no, because I wouldn't be able to, I'd have to make it a function. And you know what? It might be better to make it a function. All right. I see now why why people like JavaScript, because you can just make like a function inside of like a variable. Because really I want to do this like that, but I don't want this to be hard coded. So really what I want, I think I just want to call a function. I might put it in its own class or like file, but for now we're just gonna do it here. This could be an int y box offset. So we'll call it like the same thing, but it's actually going to be a function. And we want the position. I think that's all we need. We just have to make sure it's not 0, because if it's 0, it's going to get messed up. That's okay. So now we can just return this function. But I have to now I have to pass in this data. And that's just going to make it really long to call. And I don't really like that. I guess I could make these global, but I really don't want to. Yikes. Yeah, I'd really prefer to not make these global variables. Although, like, it wouldn't really matter, but I don't want to use them by accident in something else. Because, like I said before, it kind of matters on each one. And I don't think it's going to be happy about me trying to, like, create a function inside of a function. It's not going to be happy about me doing that. I mean, I guess we could just pass these in. Do we even want the first offset? I don't think we want y first offset, do we? We want y... Oh, no, we did that on purpose. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we'll do it like this. Okay. I don't really like doing it that way, but... I'm like, it's not gonna like really look any better than just doing this, but maybe I should just make a helper class. Sheesh. Because then I still have this as like a random thing. And really, it should be in this other function, but yeah. Fine, I'll put it up here. That was for the y. We'll call it a spacer. Because that's really what it is. It just kind of spaces it. And we'll put that in here. Oops. Okay, so we should return this whole thing. So theoretically, if we set it to 2, it should be the same thing as we have now. So I'm going to copy this. And so instead of this, we're going to say y box offset. So then the position will hard code for now, but we might loop it or do something with that And then we want Y first offset. Y word offset. Y box space there. So it's longer, but at least now we don't have like an equation in here, I guess. And if we really wanted to, we could like move it on the line above and separate it. These are constant though. Those we can do ourselves. So that one was, because this one is the height. Yeah, that one's the height. Yeah, we'll just call that one the box height. What else did we have? This is the width. And we said that was 70, and that kind of takes care of all of it. And then we had the X, which is a little different. We'll call this a spacer too. Although I guess it's kind of not a spacer, but... Oh, this thing's gonna be so long. It's gonna look kind of gross. So this is gonna be the Xbox spacer. This is gonna be the box width. And this is gonna be the box height. So it's really long, but at least it's not full of numbers, which I prefer, I suppose. Okay, let's give that a second. Okay, well, I mean, it worked and it's in the same place. So I'll take that. So that works. And, you know, I'll keep that test line there for now, just in case, but... I'm tempted to separate it, just because it's so long. I'm going to call this YBO, because I think it's going to make sense when I say Y box offset right next to it. I'm going to copy that. And so now, there we go. Okay, that looks better, just because it was getting so long. Okay, yeah, that looks better. So now we just have the 4 variables. And this one is still like manual, but and we're just gonna make sure it still looks okay. Okay, memory usage is still pretty similar. That's good. Second, let's check it. Yeah, it still looks alright. Oops. So now I'm going to try plugging in a 1, and I expect that to work, but yeah, just in case. Just in case. Okay. Should probably get rid of the delay on the welcome screen while we're working on this, but and yeah, again, you probably can't see it. But yeah, that looks okay. So that works correctly. So I do want to change that. And again, it can't be 0, because if it ends up being 0, it's going to highlight the menu. And I don't want it to do that. So I gotta think about, because now I gotta think about when we're gonna use the D-pad to select each one. Because generally you do like a 0 index. I might have to do a 1 index, which I kind of don't want to do. Just to select it. You know, before we even like get crazy into thinking that, let's just get the D-pad in here. So I'm gonna get rid of that. I'm gonna replace it with I don't want to call that selection indicator. Sure. Okay. This function's not so bad. It's like a little long, but I think you can only do so much when each thing you have to do like 3 lines for. Okay. So this is still happening in the loop, which is good, I suppose. So right now, if we're seeing that screen, that means we're in here, which is fine, and we're still reading the D-pad. So technically, we could do it. Well, yeah, you know what we should do? In here, we're gonna read the D-pad. Well, we already read the D-pad, but in here we're gonna check the values, if that makes sense. So I want it to start so that there's no bounding box selection. And then when you first press one, it'll show up. I mean, it doesn't have to be that way. I'd prefer it though, because you can't really see the underline when the box is on the first one. So I don't know if I want like the first one to be highlighted. It would make sense for the first one to be highlighted, but I'm probably making this too complicated. Before we even like worry about that, let's just check to see like what the values are, because we also have to do it so only one is pressed at a time. You know, we're not even gonna check for that yet. We're just gonna see if one is good. But we are gonna have to make like a list or like an array, because we need to keep track of which one we've selected. Because when you press up and down, that's just like a 1 or a 0 when that input comes in. So when that input comes in, we need to add that 1 or 0 to that position we're in. So yeah, so what we're gonna do, yeah, this works, because we're gonna make an index. Or is this how I want to do it? We don't even have to make an array. We could probably just do like a like a counter, or we'll just do like a menu index, and we'll start it at 0. So we'll say if it's at 0. Oh no, because I want to say like if it's at 0 when it starts, there's no box on anything. But then I also got to make sure that it doesn't go back to 0. Oh, you know, we could do it so that like if you're on 1 and try to like go, it doesn't go to 0, it just like stays. So we just check to see if like subtracting another one will get you back to 0. We just don't let that happen. Oh, and then that also helps with the Y box offset. Awesome. Cool. So what we want to say, if not menu counter, menu index. You know what? I don't want to do that because it's not like a true false. So we're gonna explicitly say if it's 0. Well, I kind of want to do the other way around. Right? Well, if it's... yeah. Well, because I don't want it to, like, skip or anything. We really need to do, like, the opposite. So, like, if it's not 0. Okay. We can do that. If it does not equal 0, then we're going to draw the box. So this is where we draw the box. And we just need to read the D-pad values. So really we're looking for up and down right now. Eventually we'll get the left and right for like a back or like an enter, like a select. But for now we don't care about that. How do I want to do this? It's not that complicated. Come on. Okay. So if up button, we can just say if up because it's either going to be a 1 or a 0. Okay. So in terms of like up and down. Oh, fuck. I just spilled my drink. God damn it. We'll be right back. Okay, I think we're good now. Oh my god, I feel so stupid. I knocked over my freaking drink on my brand new mouse pad. Come on, nine. Luckily, it was only like the corner, and it seemed to get like absorbed by the towel I grabbed mostly. Like it didn't really go into the mat, which was nice. Not really sure how or why that happened, but now I have another little. Yeah, this other cloth is like a little wet. I'm so mad. It's so annoying. Oh my god. I was just trying to grab my controller so I could demonstrate the up-down issue that I was talking about. Because, like, up. Because up is going to subtract the number and down is going to add. Because you got to think about, like, pushing an up button makes it go up and a down button makes it go down. But our numbers are, like, backwards. I'm so mad about this. It doesn't, like, feel too wet. It's like a little wet, but I don't know. I don't think there's anything else I could do about it. It's so annoying. No. My new LTT store mousepad. No. I gotta see if it's wet anywhere else. I think it's okay. God, I'm so frustrated. Well, I'm not gonna pick up the controller again because I think we know what I was talking about. Great. Now I'm gonna be all like paranoid about it. It does like. I don't think it feels wet. I think I'm just being like paranoid about it now. It's kind of hard to tell because it's like the little cloth I have is a little wet. It's like the second cloth I got. I just rub. I don't think there's anything else I can do. Damn it. So annoying. Okay. Let me get back to this. I'll just put the cloth kind of like underneath it, I guess. I don't. What if the cloth is kind of wet? That might be stupid. Well, this part of the cloth isn't. Okay. Sure. We'll do that. Oh my god. Okay. Oops, did my mouse. I think I hit my DPI button. You good? Okay. Okay, so this button thing. So if we pressed the up button, we need to subtract. But we also need to make sure we don't go from 1 to 0, right? Because we don't want to actually go back to 0. Because 0 is really going to represent, like, the menu button. Like, it's not even a button. It's just, like, the menu title. So, like, if menu index is equal to 1, then we don't want to do it. You know, it's actually better if we say not equal to 1. Because we won't be in here if menu index is 0, right? We won't even get into this. Yeah. But if it does get into -1, it's going to get really fucky. Okay. So if menu index does not equal -1, or does not equal 1, we want to subtract menu index by 1. So we're going to say menu index. Whoa, okay. Or wait, I can just say minus. Oh yeah, I can make this even shorter. We're just going to say menu index minus. Same idea as plus, but minus. So we're going to say like literally just subtract by 1. So if it's not 1, subtract by 1. So if it was like on the third one and we went up, we would just subtract it and we get to 2, then 2 to 1. Cool. So if menu index is not 0, well, I'm also thinking now, oh wait, wait, because we're saying if this is not 0. You know, we can make this just also be not 0. So if menu index does not, we could just say is greater than 1, right? So if menu index is greater than 1, because that takes care of our 0 case. Yeah, because now it can't be 0 or it can't be 1. Okay. So if we hit the up button, we're going to subtract. And we're going to do an else if, just in case, specific, well, because I guess we're specifically looking for the down button. So yeah. Down button. So if we hit the down button, because it's either going to be a 1 or a 0. And we don't want this to be... Well, we could do wrapping, I guess. But then I didn't wrap on the other ones. Maybe we'll do wrapping later. Wrapping as in, like, if you're at the bottom, go back around to the top, or top to bottom. I don't care too much about that at the moment. I might make it to do. So, how many options do we have? If you include 0, well, it'd still go up to 3. So if menu index is, we don't want to go above 3. So if it's less than 3, because the down is gonna, okay, yeah, I'm getting all mixed up. So if menu index is less than 3, because we have to think about it going down like this. So if we're at like 2, we want to add 1. So we can go down to 3. So if we're less than 3, so if we're at 3, we're not going to go down anymore. Okay. Cool. Okay, we can do that. And we're just going to say menu index plus plus. Just add 1. Cool. We can do that. So now we can draw the box. And we're going to put it inside this bigger if because we don't want to draw the box if we're on 0. Get rid of this. Okay, or not, that's fine. So now instead of this 1 here, we're going to say menu index. And so now theoretically, I have a feeling this is going to go horribly wrong. Just by the way. We'll see what happens. But so theoretically this worked. There should be no box. But my hopes are kind of low. We'll see. Again, not like you guys can really see it. Okay. Okay, well there's no box. What happens if I press down? Okay, bad news, nothing happens. If I press any of the other buttons, we don't get the box. Which is a little interesting. Oh, you know why? Because we're in this thing where like, so if it doesn't, we can't ever check the buttons because we're always looking for if it does not equal 0. Okay. Okay, that's wrong. I guess we'll fix that. How do we want to fix that? Because we still want it so that if it's 0, there is no box. All right. And once there is a box, the box stays. The box will always have a position once the box is there. So we really only need this to be like a one-time thing. But how do we get in here? Darn it. I'm just trying to think like where we could put the controls then. I mean, we could just put the controls like elsewhere, I guess. Could we just do this? So like separately. I don't know why the else if got messed up. So just like independently, we just check to see if a button gets pressed. We move the index. Yeah, and then the last thing we do, we check to see if we're going to draw. Okay, yeah, this got all messed up. We'll fix the formatting. That's fine. Okay, so upload that. Let me check the stream thing. Let me check my fucking mouse pad. It feels pretty dry. Okay, that's good. Okay, God, I just keep thinking of my mouse pad. Okay, I think we get rid of that. Let me look at my thing. Sus. Okay. Sorry. How does it look if I go like... Looks pretty good. Okay. Okay, let's try this. Okay, no box. That's good if we press a button. Oh, I saw it for a second. If I hold this one down, it shows up. I don't know if you can see it. Okay, that's an interesting revelation. Oh, you know why? Because I keep setting the menu index to 0 up here. That's why we need to move this. I wanted to have it in there, but it's not going to work if we do that, because we're just going to keep setting it to 0. Oh, but I want it to be set to 0 every time we enter the menu, because eventually we'll leave the menu and come back into it, where I want it to be reset to 0 once more. So we need some sort of check to see if we've done this yet. We can make an external boolean for it. Yeah, let's do that. Where do I want to put it though? We could call it like enter menu, and we'll start it as false. And we'll basically just check to see if the index should be 0. I don't necessarily like that way, but it's what we're doing. So now in the menu, we're going to say if enter menu, well, if it's kind of up to like how we want to say it. So you could say that when we actually enter the menu up here, we could say enter menu equals true. Oh, do they want lowercase true? Yeah, okay. Okay, so when we go into the menu, it should be true. So if enter menu, we're going to move this. We're going to put that as nothing. Why don't... Ooh. No, this still kind of makes a problem. Well, we'll declare this globally. Yeah. And then when we get in here, this is when we can set it. And it should still know what this is, yeah. So if enter menu, the menu index is 0. Otherwise, it's just going to be whatever it was. And the idea is that like once something's selected, we'll set that to false because we'll have left the menu. Yeah, we don't have that yet. So I'm just going to put it to do because we don't have anywhere where that would happen yet. Okay. Cool. So now let's try our thing again. Scared to use this drink. Okay. It's also almost been 2 hours, so I think we're probably going to wrap it up in a minute. Yeah, we'll probably end it like 2 hours. Most people are gone anyways. Okay. I guess I'm still doing the weird thing where it'll draw it if I hold it. You can kind of see. But it won't stay. None of the other buttons do anything. I'm pretty sure the two middle ones I have are supposed to be up, down. But I'm not. Now I gotta find out why that doesn't work. I'll probably have to use the serial monitor. Can I fix this, please? Whoops. Sorry, the spacing is just annoying me. It's gotta be something with this, right? Oh, no, it's this because it's a loop, so it's like always gonna be 0. Ugh. We can make like a flip-flop. No, because I mean, man, it's so annoying. Okay, you know, for the time being, we're just gonna set it to 0 up here. So it'll just like globally start at 0. And we'll get back to this at some other point. Yep, that's a later me problem. Get rid of that. So now we should just have menu index, and it's still global. I don't see any errors. So we'll just try that. We'll see what happens. And yeah, we're over 2 hours now, so after this, we'll see. We'll see how this goes. Okay. Hey, it's working. It's too fast, but it works. You see, if I press it like once, it goes really fast. If I do it like really light, really quick, it'll do it once, but I'm gonna have to add like some sort of delay, but I don't like having to add the delay because yeah, because the delay is gonna like delay everything, but it might be okay if it's just a delay in the menu because we're not keeping track of time or anything. The only like timekeeping we do is in the faces thing, but that all get like that all gets reset once you go back. So if we put a delay here, would that? Because really, I think it's happening like when like we're reading it, like reading the buttons, but yikes! Oh, this is too far too. Let's try that. I have a feeling that's not gonna do what we want it to do, but I'm like not gonna put a delay in the button reading because that'll like throw off everything. Especially if I have like a game eventually. Like a lot of the games are based on like clocks. There's like a clock in the background. Yarg. Okay. Okay, yeah, that fixed it. Okay, cool. Okay, it doesn't break if I press it more than once. Like on the end or top. Okay. We'll just have to like review this. Make sure this is okay later. Sure. Okay. Well, I think I'm gonna call that here for the stream. I'd say pretty good for a stream, you know. I think we got up to like 5 people at a time, which is pretty cool. Yeah, good stuff. But anyways, if you're here, thanks for watching. If you're still here, I think there's only one person. It might just be me. I might have just been talking to myself, but that's okay. I'll probably publish this as a VOD. But anyways, thanks for watching. I'll hopefully see you on the next one. See ya.